I'm Bob Thiesfield, freelance photographer. Spent most of my career here in Connecticut, although I'm born and raised in the city of New York. Went to New York City school system, Brooklyn College, Germain School of Photography, and spent the rest of my career here in Connecticut. After a long career of doing commercial work and consumer work, I've graduated now to where I have a greater interest in doing more social commentary type of photography, social events, and this is what this body of work that I have here is about. They're all composites. 90% of the images are all things that I've had in my files for years and years. The image that I have of the school bus, for example, was where I started with this whole concept of doing social commentary. I was thumbing through images and found the back of this school bus, and we had just had another horrible school event take place, and it just gave me pause, and I spent some time looking at that picture and realized that, you know, I think I want to do something with it in relation to my feelings about what's been happening with these terrible events taking place in all the schools. I don't actually just sit down and decide, you know, well, this image is going to be about this, that, or the other thing. And that's why there are all composites. They may start with one or two images, and then as I work with them, as I look at them and study them, they evolve into something more. One of the images, for example, is called It's Gone, and it's a reflection of what's happening with the first-time market for home buying. Where a lot of the first-time home buying market has been absorbed by large companies that have just bought out young people from being able to buy homes, and now are stuck having to rent rather than be able to afford homes. So that's a reflection in that particular image, where I have the names even of a couple of the large organizations and companies that are buying up all the first-time home buyer market in the country. And it continues. One image led to another and another, and it's an ongoing project, ongoing process. And so I'm hoping that these images here give people, have people stop for a minute and give some thought to what they're seeing. You know, everybody has their own concept of what's artistic and what's not, or what's valuable and what's not. And so I don't pretend to be able to give an explanation of what the images are. I'm just presenting my own thoughts through images and let people take what they want from it. I read this quote and I didn't forget it. It was that art objectifies feelings. And I think about that often, that you tend to have a greater impact on people when they see something visual. We're so busy running around all the time that we don't even take time to see much of what's around us, you know. But a static image, photographs freeze a moment in time where you can come back and relive that moment over and over again because it's there. And that's what these things do, I think, is they freeze a moment in time for people to think and reflect on. Well, you know, I talked earlier about the homeless people on the street, standing on the street corners. Well, we drive by them all the time and see them, but do we really see them? Do we really think about them? But when you look at the image, though, it brings that back to you, the reality of the contrast, that on one minute you're walking around and seeing signs everywhere. We're hiring, we're hiring, we're hiring. And then you get in your car and drive, and every other corner you see somebody standing there saying, you know, homeless and please help. We're going to have an opening reception of this collection here at University of St. Joseph's. And so it's going to be on December 8th between 5 and 6 o'clock. I'll be here to talk about the work. And so I welcome anyone who wants to come in to join us and enjoy the work. And I'd like to hear people's comments about them. There are 12 images in this particular exhibition. but I do have more. So the project has been continuing, and I have no intention of just putting a stop to it. So as long as I continue to have feelings about events that are taking place around us, I'll have thoughts about how I can represent them in my photography. I think I'm going to continue with the process of creating images and doing new projects, and they may come along as a result of people's suggestions, conversations I have with other people. But no, I won't stop taking pictures. It's been a lifelong thing for me, and I have no intention of discontinuing. So hopefully people will enjoy the exhibition, and we can take it to other locations.